Good morning. Happy Monday. So I'm a little late getting this out. I'm trying to find my groove to get all these videos done. I do want to work on doing in-depth readings, more for geared towards your horoscope. So bear with me as I try to figure that all out. I was waiting today for it to warm up a little bit. We're finally up to 70. So I could do this outside. The card for today, Monday, October 29th, 2018, is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, when we think of cups, we think love, emotions, spiritual ideals. It's a feelings card. But when it comes to the Seven of Cups, it's actually about illusions, letting your thoughts flow, experimenting with something new, something unknown. So you can see the flow of the water. You see that there are 7 cups. Some are upright and some are spilled. And the reason for that is because the Seven of Cups is also about choices. It's about choices, asking us to separate what is real and what's not so real. And the reason that you need to do this, to separate what's real and not so real, is so that you can make better choices. So, like I said, you see the water. The element is water, which signifies rebirth and cleansing. About life reflection. So it can be about looking at the different choices that you've made in your life and, how did they pan out for you? Did you make good choices? Did you make choices that maybe weren't so good, but you learned from them? So water, rebirth, choices, the cups. It could mean that you need to kind of get your head out of the cloud a little bit and really dig in deep about your choices. It could be spiritual choices, how you want to, go about your spiritual situation. It could be relationships, your partnerships, your spouse, your friendships, your job. Could be the jobs that maybe you have chosen in the past, and you have new choices, so you need to really think about what worked for you in the past and what didn't. And so whatever choices you have in front of you, you want to totally examine, what has worked for you, what has not. And, these choices that you do have, you don't want to have an eye in the sky kind of mentality. You really want to dig to the truth of it. So some of the questions, and I would encourage you to maybe get a journal out with these daily cards. I'll try to give you some questions that you can reflect on and write about, because I know that really helped me a lot. It helps you sort out these things. So some questions that you might want to ask yourself is, what if I approach every choice as if it's always the right one? What if? Instead of having that doubt, am I making the right choice? A lot of times when you do your research, you're making the right choice. Another question that you can ask yourself, if my life were a pool of water, like we see here, what kind of reflections would I see in it? If the pool of water served me up some reflections, of my life, my choices, and the consequences of my choices, what would I see? What would I see? And then finally, another question that you could ask yourself is, am I distracted by the diversity before me? And if so, how can I obtain clear focus? Sometimes, I mean, choice can be good, but choice can be really bad too. Like if you have too many choices in front of you, like it can leave you scratching your head going, but what do I do? So you have to, whether it's to meditate, to write, to do a T-graph, of each thing and do the plus and minuses of them all. For me personally, I gain more clarity when I sit down and write. I've never really been one to meditate. Probably the only time I'm good at that is when I'm doing some yoga. But when I need to make decisions about things, for me it's writing. But for you it might be something different. Whatever it is that allows you to just get some clarity. I know when I used to run, sometimes my best clarity would come on the treadmill. But for some people it might be, the craft that you do. It might be knitting, crocheting, sewing, dishes. Doing the dishes, having your hands in the water. It might be, going for a walk in nature. Whatever it is that brings you clarity, that's what you need to do to help you make the choices. So, the Seven of Cups, right there. And then, as usual, per usual, the Oracle deck to kind of clarify our day here. If you would, please clarify. Monday, October 29th, 2018. Just give us the words. Just plain and simple words. I always go by feeling with these cards. Always. And the card is to take action. Take action on the choices that are before you. To find out which one's right for you, what is true for you. Take action about those choices. Can't just sit back and go, well, whatever will be, will be. This card, the Seven of Cups, does not encourage that at all, nor does the Oracle card that's telling you to take action. Stop putting it off. Stop putting it off and take some action on it. So, there we have it. Seven of Cups. Take action. I hope that this helps you. I'd love to hear what you think of it, how you take action. I'd like to know how you make your choices. How do you sort things out in your mind? So in the comments, please let me know. I'd like to know how it goes for you. So I hope that you have an absolutely magical day. Thank you.